complete Honda CB350F frame teardown. I did not take out every bolt that I left back in the frame when I pulled the motor, so there's going to be some bag and tagging. That's boring. But for the most part, you'll watch the entire disassembly process in time-lapse, sped up with some fancy music in the background. Hopefully you enjoy that. If those are super boring, let me know below, and I'll get rid of those and walk you through every single boring detail of taking nuts and bolts apart. Well, there's the Honda frame completely torn down. There's a couple oddball nuts and bolts. Stupid compressor drain. Couple oddball nuts and bolts left to take out of this. Got to pull that battery drain hose as well. Rest of the parts are sitting over on the other side of the shop where I just moved the iron head chopper frame-ish. But now we got a big old pile of Honda parts. I don't know how far he's going. We got to pull a ton of stuff off the battery tray. I know any of the structural frame stuff is going to get coated. I did not take apart the forks yet. The exhaust need to get welded. There's that 81 Sporty. If anybody's looking to buy a cheap, good stock bike, perfectly working 81 Sporty over there. The only thing that does not work on that is the horn, which eventually we'll get around to, but that's so far down on my priority list. Finished disassembling this. This is getting blasted and coated now as of yesterday, which wasn't the case. Swing arm for the Honda is sitting on there. I gotta press those bushings out of the front before we blast and coat it. Cylinders and heads are all completely masked off now, ready for blasting. He is gonna recoat the cylinders and heads along with frame, swing arm, all of the other parts for that. I can't start assembly. I did get all of the tooling stuff I needed, the mini valve lapping stuff, valve lapping tool, and the small cylinder hone are all there. I made a big old mess in the shop, lots to clean up. But that's kind of where we're at. Quick little shop tour, all sorts of crap everywhere. I hate doing it like this, but we're not slow by any means up here, but we're also not crazy slammed. Getting a bunch of the big stuff out of here, which means we can play around a little bit right now because that's only gonna last about 2 weeks typically. Also, if anybody needs a gigantic scat blast 4-glove 2-window cabinet, this will be posted for sale if you're in the Midwest area, Milwaukee, Chicago, somewhere in between there, or farther and you want to travel. I don't really care. It's still on the skid, works great. I do not have the vacuum dust collector anymore. Look for that on Marketplace or message me on here if you're interested. We'll get that going for you.